So let's start by defining an array first. So I'm going to start with the most common way to declare and define an array. We just go let's just call our array an insect array. So we're just going to have a collection of insects. So insect array, and here I can just go be wasp, just go and butterfly, for example, butterfly. And now let me just display this array. Now it has this collection of data. So I'm just going to go console, again, the array name, and I'll just show you how this looks like in the console. So as we've discussed before, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 elements of the array. And if you just clicked on this little arrow here, you will notice now it's indexed. So it starts from 0. So index 0, we have bee. Index 1, we have wasp. Index 2, we have ant. Index 3, we have butterfly. Now this is certainly not restricted to just strings. Again, we can have other data types like booleans, or we could have numbers. For example, let nums equals some random numbers here, 12, 56, 72, right? This is also allowed. You can have number types. You can also have object types. So when I speak about objects, I'll be demonstrating how to put objects in arrays as well. So I could just copy the statement here and then paste and then go nums this time. And if we take a look, we got 12, 56, and 72. So now we have displayed this array. And certainly there's another way to declare and define arrays, which is less common. This is called the constructor way of declaring arrays. So for example, I could just say, let's say a collection of books, for example, books equals to new array. You have to have a capital letter in this particular case. So let's say, I don't know, Harry Potter or something. Harry Potter, Tintin, see, Marvel Comics or something, Marvel Comics, right? So now we have this array. Now let's display this array for books now. Console.log, and we go books, like so. Now refresh. There we go. Still valid. And if I click on this arrow, I can see the indexes. So what if I just wanted to access just one value from this array? For example, let's just say I want to access ant. How do I accomplish that? From the insect array. So I could just say console. Again, we use indexing, 0 indexing, to reference which value we want us to target specifically. So for example, I guess so insect array, like so, and then ant would be on which index? Again, we start from 0, 1, 2, index 2. So 2. Now let's go. Refresh, and it displays ant. If I want to display butterfly, I have to go 0, 1, 2, 3. So I have to reference 3 here. There we go. Refresh, and butterfly is referenced. Good practice is put a semicolon. Remember that, okay? In the same way, if I wanted to reference Tintin from the books array, I could just go books, open, closed, square brackets, and then I put the index number. So 0, 1, 1 from books, starting from 0. There we go. Tintin is now referenced within this console.log statement. So it's really that simple. We can also modify the elements. So for example, instead of Marvel Comics here, I could say books at the index of what index? 0, 1, 2. Index of 2. I want to modify it. So what kind of book is probably famous? I don't know. Let's just say Oprah or something. Okay, just say Oprah. Now, if I go console.log books at the index of 2, let's see what happens this time. Now we get Oprah. Why do we get Oprah? Because now I modified it, right? I reassigned a new value. That means I erased the old value of Marvel Comics. So now the array has been modified or mutated. So that's how that works. And also a very important property of arrays is the length property. So how long is the array, right? So console.log, we go the array name, and then we go .length, accessing the array length property. So I could just go the length of insect array, then I can just go like this, and then insect array .length, like so. Let's just see here what happens. The insect array has a length of 4. So because there are 4 elements, 1, 2, 3, 4. See how that works? And I can certainly do this for the other arrays that we have here. So it's very simple here. We just go insect.length, and certainly we can also store the insects.length in a variable. For example, I can go let insectArray length using camelCase, right? So after the first word, there's always going to be a capital letter after each word. So this is camelCase. If I put insect here, right, we're starting with a capital letter or an uppercase letter all the way through. This is called PascalCase, just as a reminder. So I'm going to go camelCase. Then I'm going to go insectArray dot length. So now I'm storing the insectArray length into this insectArray length variable. So I'm going to go copy here. Then I'm going to go console.log. Then I'm just going to paste this here and then go our variable has length or value. It doesn't really matter. I'm just going to go length here, colon, and then make sure we close this with a semicolon. Good practice. And now we just go refresh, and our variable length is 4. There we go. So we're displaying this statement here. There we go. So that's how that works. So we've looked at accessing elements, modifying elements, and the array length. We'll certainly look at more properties and more fascinating things that we can do with arrays. Thank you very much.